me, like that's the reason why we even started doing this foundation was to, kind of attack the points where we wish we had some help in some areas. Because I mean, the one thing I think this world needs is hope, inspiration, and just someone to lean on. We're not meant to do life alone. So that's why we did this today, and it's been a blessing. And I hope we really impacted some people and gave them some hope.
CJ, when you see some of the young men and women here, do you kind of see yourself a young CJ Stroud?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not from this area, but we all kind of go through similar things just as a people. No matter skin color, no matter culture, no matter city, no matter ethnicity, whatever the case may be. We all kind of go through a lot of the same things. So I think it's just good that I hope they don't see me and think that I just made it one day. Like I had to go through things and I had to be humble, and I had to be humble while going through those things. So I hope they can see themselves doing great things. Our kids are future presidents, they're future lawyers, cops, city officials, DAs, all the things that run cities and run our country. These are the kids that we're impacting today. So I hope even if they don't think it's football, they can do something special in their lives.
So how do you stay rooted in the community while also trying to give advice to the kids about uplifting themselves? If that makes sense.
Yeah, I started to stay rooted in the community by showing my face, but not just showing my face, but experiencing people, hearing people out, talking to people. So I don't like all the cameras, to be honest, when I do things in the community, just because I like to really reach out to people and make them think that so I can stay connected and be rooted with somebody in a personal moment. So I like to just go out to the park and just talk to somebody, or I'll go to a basketball court one day, or I'll just go to a restaurant, talk to the waitress, or just people in general. I think that I'm an introverted extrovert, so I like to meet new people who are in this world that we're doing life together with. So that's how I like to stay rooted. But also, just being somebody of impact, I try to also, be respectful of people's time and what they're going through.
How does it make you feel when you see the kids' reactions and they get the opportunity to meet you, and it just makes their day, it makes their week, month?
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I remember being that kid. If I could have met, one of my, childhood heroes, that would have been amazing. So I try to think like that, and try to remember, these kids, they look at you as somebody on TV, but I would love for them to look at me as a person that they can relate to, a person that they can, be one with, that they can have a conversation with. And somebody who taught me that was actually Snoop Dogg, and when I played for his league, I met him one of my first weeks practicing or playing for the team, and he introduced himself to me like it was normal. And I'm like, well, you're Snoop Dogg, but to him, he's like, no, man, you can be just like me. So I try to just be like that and try to be very personal with people.
CJ, about education and back to school, how important was education in your life, and what do you try to spread to younger generations?
For me, without, not just education, but the structure of school, it creates discipline, it creates routine, and that's something that you'll take into work life. And I think that's something why school is so important, not only just the academics part, but just the life and the life element of it. You have to report to people, you have to be responsible, turn in homework. So all these things are things that you'll do in the work life that I think will help these kids in the long run. So for me, that's been really one of the reasons I'm here is the teachers who instill disciplines and morals into me, and just really leaders in general, coaches, cops that I talked to growing up, police officers, sheriff officers, all these different people who poured into me as a kid that taught me disciplines, and I think that's something I hope kids get today, and in school in general.
Kim, can you talk about how you think this will impact young people? Can you talk about how you guys didn't have some of this? What do you hope these kids take away?
So the CJ Stroud Foundation was founded on hope, and one of those things is just giving back and letting kids know that they're safe. Giving kids a fresh start for the school year is something that's so important. And one of our life experiences was CJ having to recycle his backpack every year. And some of those years it was sticky or stinky or had holes. And as a mother, as a mom, there's those little things that you just can't afford. So today we wanted to bless the families with just a little help. So we were able to give them the backpacks and then gift cards for maybe some new shoes, and just so they feel confident going to school and knowing that we see them and we care for them, you know, and they're our future.
Kim, the way the city of Houston has embraced you all have sort of hugged them back. How much does that mean to you guys as a family to be here and to form the relationship you guys are continuing to build?
Yeah, it's invaluable. I mean, our city controller is standing here with us. Like, it blows my mind of how great Houston is. They've welcomed us with open arms. The culture here is so amazing and it's really genuine. And so we appreciate it so much, and we love the community of Houston. We also love California, right? But we really love the way Houston has embraced us.
I have a question. So what values do you hope to pass to the youth? Because I know for me, like, it's important to have leadership and different qualities. So what do you hope to pass?
So one of the main values that I pray that is passed to our youth is just being grateful, being hopeful, and not, knowing that it could be you. So never looking down on yourself and saying, I can't, because the only one you have to defeat is yourself. And that's one thing I've always instilled inside of my children, that there's no one better than you, because God has put gifts and giftings in you that He's put in everyone else, but you have a special one, and He has special people for you to reach. So I'm so grateful I have such an amazing son that goes out and actually puts it to practice. And that's one of CJ. He's always been the type of person that always wants to, be personable.